What's up, all you cool cats and kittens? This is my cat and kitten who's helping us with today's snack. That one's not a cat. You can tell that it's going to be another little movie snack review, capsule review, because I'm sitting down, and when I'm sitting down, we talk business. Today I would like to talk about this franchise. Pirates of the Caribbean. If you guys saw my previous snack, reflecting on guerrilla filmmaking and how it's changed my appreciation for art, this franchise just so happens to be what inspired that thought process, and so now I would like to do a full snack on it. Pirates of the Caribbean, I love Pirates of the Caribbean. It's a 4-film franchise, Disney. I've always loved it. I've always thought it was just entertainment, and nothing special, nothing too crazy. And now I'm watching it with this fresh filmmaker's perspective, and quite honestly, I'm really, really intrigued by this film. I never really pieced together how guerrilla Pirates of the Caribbean is. It's all filmed across the Caribbean. I was doing research on it. I was like, oh, where exactly is this filmed? And I knew some of it was filmed in St. Lucia, because this is my claim to fame, ready? I actually have had the privilege and the pleasure. Growing up, we would go to St. Lucia every year. We have a timeshare there. And for those of you who don't know, the real ship that they used in the movie for the Black Pearl is a real ship called the Brig Unicorn. Is the name of the real ship, and you guys can look this up. It's very, very cool. And it was docked in St. Lucia, and you could go and do like tours of the island, do volcano tours, waterfall tours, just go out on the boat, jump off the plank, walk the plank, go up the crow's nest, that whole thing, in St. Lucia. And so I did that like 8 or 9 times, so like I've been on the Brig Unicorn, sailing around the Caribbean, jumping off of its, crow's nest and plank and whatnot. Super cool claim to fame. And then, so we probably went on that one, like the real one, like 6 times or something. And then it sunk, I don't know, maybe like 6-7 years ago. It sunk. They made a replica, and then you can go on the replica, and we went on the replica a couple of times, but it's just not the same thing. And now you can go scuba diving the shipwreck of the real Brig Unicorn that was the Black Pearl, which is really, really cool. Go check it out. If you guys are ever in the area, it's a must-do. It's so much fun. Even going on the replica, it's super cool. Anyway. I never realized how guerrilla it was, and I'm watching it with this newfound perspective that I talked about in my last snack, and I'm blown away, man. I mean, Johnny Depp's role of Jack Sparrow is iconic. A lot of people don't realize just how iconic and just how impressive it is. I mean, he's completely transformative in that role, like it's a complete authentic role. I think Barbossa is overlooked. Great CGI, but yeah, it's all filmed like on scene. There's, I'm noticing some green screens, but there's really not that much green screenage. And having shot our own guerrilla style film, my goodness, dude, Pirates of the Caribbean is a behemoth. And each film is a behemoth, and then let alone the franchise as a whole. My God, like we filmed a 30 to 45 minute short film in about 5-6 days, 7 days maybe, 5 or 6 days, with very minimal equipment. It was guerrilla style, just the 2 of us, me and Baze. Very, very small crew, and it was intense. It was intense, man. It was like one of the most intensive things I've ever done in my life, art or otherwise. And I'm watching Pirates of the Caribbean, and this is they're like 2.5, 3 hour movies of just huge, ambitious scenes, insane locations where they've got to get to, and like speaking from experience, carrying all the gear and stuff, that's difficult. Huge behemoth scenery, my goodness. Huge cast. And very, Davy Jones's crew is obviously green screen, but I mean, there's real people in there, in wearing green suits to make that happen. Huge scenes with so many people, the crew of the Black Pearl versus, the Redcoats in movie 1, which I'm going to circle back to the importance of this. Movie 2 has the best fight scene. Best choreographed fight scene, which isn't one of the bigger ones, I think, in cinema history, in my opinion, genuinely. I was watching it again and I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. Like the choreography that goes into the fight scenes, they've got huge, 100-men battles plus, and like the choreography that takes, and the precision, the filming, the audio, facilitating that on their ships. Crazy. Like, I genuinely can't even wrap my head around how big those movies are. And like, I'm now contemplating everything as per my last snack. And like, I'm thinking back, looking at movies that I love with like a changed perspective as well, which I need to rewatch given this newfound appreciation. But I can't think of anything quite that big. Maybe like Hacksaw Ridge, which is another great movie. I'll do a snack on it, or maybe I've already done one. I don't even remember. I'll do one. Great movie. I think maybe that's close in how huge it is and ambitious it is. But my goodness, Pirates, and it's just one after the other. There's 4 of them. Like they're huge undertakings. I can't even wrap my head around it. Everything down to the acting, fabulous. The cinematography, amazing. The scenery, incredible. I don't even really understand how they capture audio on scenes like that. It's got to be voiceover, I'm sure. The choreography and in and out of the fight scenes, incredible. But yeah, the Dead Man's Chest, when they're all is much smaller fight scene with the 3 men, Will, Jack, and not Lord Beckett, the Commodore, when they fight over the key, it's just dance, like it's very, very specific. The sets moving around them, they're doing it across an entire island. Even with 3 people, the choreography that would have had to have gone into that scene, the precision needed, the filming, the stuntmen, incredible. And I know a lot of people are going to know what I'm talking about. This one certainly does. But my goodness, I'm seeing everything in this new light. Pirates of the Caribbean just happens to be what I'm watching right now because me and Cassie wanted to rewatch it. I love the franchise. And I'm loving it. I always thought it was entertainment. And my mind is being changed. Very much so. Everyone's probably watched it. Go and watch it and look for these things. Watch it again now. Pirates of the Caribbean. Mwah.
Tasty.